games. Smith, not a lot of experience on these surfaces, but from what we saw during the T20I World Cup, surfaces were pretty similar to the subcontinent surfaces. The ball turns, grips, does a little bit early in the day, but post that, fairly subcontinentish.
Good wickets here at the Dubai International Stadium, like you pointed out. It's got a bit of juice for the bowlers, and if you can apply yourselves, you can score a lot of runs once you settle. So it's a good, evenly balanced contest between bat and ball, and that's what you want to see, especially in an ODI format. You want to see the game shifting balance, of sometimes in favor of the batters, sometimes in favor of the bowlers. Whoever can use these conditions to their advantage better will gain advantage. And as of now, you could see that initially Nepal had the edge, the advantage, but now these two are looking to salvage the situation here for their side.
Well, no doubts about that. They've done well. 11 overs gone with a dot ball. USA are 37 for 1. .37 for 1 after 11. Cut straight to the fielder at backward point. You've seen Smith play that shot with fair amount of success, when he's just moved a little on the back foot and tries to cut it, and cuts it really well. Arif Sheikh is the bowler for Nepal, coming in from the 3-1-1 end at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. (28 years old Arif). 61 ODI games for him. And what is really interesting to see is that utilization of seamers. No spin so far, and that's a smart call by the skipper, knowing that there is something still available for the seam bowlers. The wicket has been doing a bit. They're trying to keep that length just slightly behind. I think that's the plan. That has been the plan so far. We're in the 12th over, and most of the deliveries that have been bowled have been in that length, that corridor of uncertainty. Slightly back of the length. Will Smith uses feet. Oh, this time full. Still a dot ball. Has been a very good over. 5 dot balls so far. No runs whatsoever. Arif Sheikh, known more for his batting as compared to his bowling abilities, but the skipper has been able to juice out literally everything that's available. Cut this time. Deep point will do the cleanup, and that'll be the end of the over. 12 overs gone. USA are 38 for 1. Gulshan Jha will continue from the pavilion end. Ball 1 over, given away 5 runs. Towards the square leg, and they quickly run for the first. 2 is the call. And this little misfielding there will get a boundary.
Yeah, good effort in the field at square leg. Did put in the dive, but was not able to cut that off. I think it was Sompal Kami with that effort. In the end, 4 runs is the result for USA. They'll take that. Beautiful flick off the pads by Smith Patel. He moves on to 18 of 31 deliveries, slowly building an innings here. That's much better from Gulshan. The right length and not allowing any room whatsoever for Smith to play with. Could just fend the ball back to the bowler. Well, third youngest player to play his first one-day international when he was just 15 years and 212 days old, Gulshan Jha. Just 19 years old now. And like I said, I think he's one for the ages for Nepal. He's the one to watch out for. He's going to play a lot of cricket for Nepal in the coming years or so.
Well, is that the reason why he wears jersey number 15? Since he made his debut at 15?
Quite possible.
Yeah, people have various reasons for donning a particular number. Shoaib, have you had your favorite numbers as well on your back?
Well, yes, I always had carried 22 as my jersey number. And that was because my daughter's birthday is the 22nd. So,
And before that, Shoaib, when you were single?
well, that time I didn't have a favorite jersey number. I just used to take. In fact, it was 25, my birthday before that.
Fair.
And then once she came, it changed to 22.
Beautiful, isn't that? This is. See, we've been talking about this, is it? That everyone has a particular reason why they wear a jersey, not just because it's been handed out to them. There was a time where trying to pull that. I like that approach, staying on the back foot, waiting for the ball to come close to the body and then playing that shot. You'll get a boundary for that. Smith Patel is now amongst boundaries and is getting them really quick.
That was not as well timed as he would have liked, but enough bat on it to beat the fielder at short mid-wicket. Gave a chase, but in the end it was ball that won the race, and that will bring Smith Patel to 22. So now he's definitely looking well set for a big total, and Nepal wouldn't want that. They want to get those wickets at regular intervals. They need to break partnerships in this 50-over format. Barring that one wicket, I think these two, the two Patels, Smith and Monang, have done really well.
Big shout there, very big shout. The umpire's not keen. And that should be the over. Good comeback though by Gulshan Jha with that delivery. 13 gone, 46 for 1. Arif will continue. trying to find that gap behind point. Manan Patel. He's been the quieter of the two players in the centre, 9 of 14. But one thing for sure, once you apply yourself, once you understand what the surface is doing, runs will come. Case in point, Smith Patel spent some time and now he is dealing in boundaries.
Yes, I think he's done well. The approach has been right from Smith. While Andre House was playing, he took the back seat and let him play and face as many deliveries as he could. And then once he departed, he's become the senior partner. That's nicely done. But there is protection in the deep for Arif Sheikh, beg your pardon. That ball went straight to the cover fielder. So since House departed, Smith has taken the responsibility of being the senior partner and allowing Monang Patel to take his time to settle in the middle. So far it's been a good fight back from USA after losing that early wicket. Uppishly played, and there is protection in the deep towards the deep third. Good effort in the field. Won't go all the way.
Yeah, it's a smart field placement. We've seen Smith Patel play that shot. He stays in his crease and just at the last moment goes on the back foot and plays it very, very late. You have a squarish deep third. There's no damage on that shot for the bowler or the bowling side. So smart field placement by the skipper. Big shout now this time. Is the umpire convinced Monang Patel will have to walk? Big wicket, the skipper goes.
Well, just when the doctor ordered the ball, and they are right back into the driver's seat now with the skipper of USA departing. This is a big blow for USA in this first innings as Arif Sheikh has got them that all-important breakthrough. This partnership was brewing in the middle, not anymore. As Monang Patel, the skipper, walks back after scoring 10 of 17 deliveries. USA lose their second wicket. It's 48 for 2.
Big wicket there for Nepal as they pick the skipper of USA. Last ball of the over and will be a dot ball. A successful over from Arif Sheikh comes to an end. USA are 48 for 2 after 14. So it's going to be Lalit Narayan Rajbanshi. Will come in spin in attack. A slip in position for him. Full drifting down leg. Not the ideal start, but I'm sure he'll come to terms in a delivery or so.
Yeah, in the context of the game, Gulshan Jha was just a bit expensive in his 2 overs, so that they've decided to replace him with some spin on offer. Lalit Rajbanshi. Gulshan Jha gave away 13 runs in his 2 overs, while the others have gone at an economy of 2.4 and 4, and Gulshan was just a little bit expensive.
Again, down the leg side will be called wide. Probably that's the idea for him. To try and get some turn from the leg stump. Keeping it full. There is a short fine leg. Maybe inducing that flick. Full on middle this time.
And looking for some turn, Lalit, but hasn't found any turn so far. That's why you see that he's a little too straight, looking for that turn, doesn't get any purchase of the wicket, and the ball just carrying through the line so far.
Yeah. No turn so far, but what I like about him is that he's not bowling anything short. He's keeping them nice and full. There is a slip in position. There is a shot mid-wicket. There is a covers in catching. So you can't try and toy with him. Dot ball. He's coming in really quick. Not giving time to the batters to settle in. Try and understand what the batters could plan against him. Yeah, short and wide this time. Runs coming through. What he had done before this was absolutely on point. For this one delivery, pull the length back, try to keep it slightly wider. And a single was gifted.
Yeah, not bad bowling from Lalit so far, although he's not getting a lot of turn of this wicket. Slower in the air this time, and nicely worked away for a single. That's good running. You have to take those risks, although with Nepal you don't want to take those risks, especially if it's Dipendra Singh Airi, because he is electrifying in the field. I would say he's one of the best in the world right now. Got 5 run-outs in that World T20 qualifiers in 5 consecutive games, all 5 direct hits. So he is one to watch out for. Meanwhile, I think there's some injury on the ground while trying to stop that single. End of the over. USA 49 for 1, or rather 50 for 1.
Aerially played. Chance. How good would that have been if that was taken just maybe millimeters away from the flying fielder there at cover.
Yeah, definitely half a chance, or maybe even half of half, because that was always travelling away from the short cover fielder.
Dipendra Singh Aire, the man you can't keep out as far as fielding is concerned. This time a better shot, but still just a single. I love the way he puts his body behind everything that's available. Yard and a half to his left or right. You can't even imagine that you'll be safe if you play there. Anticipates everything even before it's been played. I remember being in Bombay and Paul Collingwood had come in to do a fielding session. We were kids, age group cricket. Came in and there's one line, beautiful line that he said. He said, when you're fielding inside the circle, expect every ball to come at you. It's not just the wicket keeper who's receiving every ball. Think that every ball is coming at you and start anticipating that with the movement of the bat. Look at the bat, the way it's going, where it's going, and think of it that's coming to you. Left, right, front, back, stay ready. And how important is that as far as skill development is concerned?
Now, anticipation is key. We've always been told that you have to anticipate every ball that's been played is going to come towards you, so that you're ready when it actually comes. And Dipendra Singh Aire is such a brilliant example of that. He's always wanting the ball to come to him. So he's always in the game, always is giving his 100%. And that is why you see that he's so effective, because he wants the ball to come to him.
This time, away from him and runs. USA will get a boundary.
Such a good shot there. Not trying to play that in the air, playing along the ground. And the placement was perfect. Impeccable timing on that. And finishes the over with a 4. So 16 overs bowled. And the score is 60 for 2.
Whistles and cheers tell you that it's going to be Sandeep Lamichhane. Slip in position for Sandeep. He's been an international superstar for Nepal. A beautiful delivery first on the middle stump. Not a lot of spin was available. We've seen this early on. Will Sandeep be able to extract something of the surface? He's a lot quicker as compared to some of the other spinners in the world. This time pulling the length back. Every bowler has his own tricks, his own plans. Some, if they find an area early on, they just stick to that. Some want to try and experiment in their first over with their lines, with their lengths. This one was a fuller delivery. Sandeep Lamichhane.
Yeah, a name that is synonymous with Nepal cricket. Sandeep, one of the best spinners in the world. Another gem that's been playing for Nepal cricket for the last few years and has made a name for himself and for Nepal, not only in Asia but around the world. Plays a lot of franchise cricket and is a genuine match winner. Sandeep Lamichhane was brilliant with the ball in the T20 World Cup qualifiers recently in Oman. Got a 5-wicket haul against Qatar. That was on the 13th of October, not too long ago. That's been swept well. That's good counter-attack from Smith Patel, and he continues to hold that one end up and at the same time score runs for his side as well. Finishes the over with a 4. After 17, it's 63 for 2.
Spin in continuance. Lalit Rajbanshi has been asked to change ends. Wasn't really getting a lot of turn from the pavilion end, Rajbanshi. Sometimes it's about not just your skills but also the ends that a bowler prefers, where the wind is blowing from or against you, amount of grass on the surface, the kind of tackiness at one end coming in from wide outside the crease into the right-hander. He's using tactics.
A very smart thinking bowler. Wily cricketer Lalit, and he's somebody who'll back his variations and his skill to the best. Got a 3-wicket haul against Samoa in Oman, so has been amongst wickets and has been in good form as well. Lalit has been drafted in the ODI side as well, backed by his performances in this format.
Angling it down leg. Runs coming in. When you're bowling in from that angle, the natural angle will take the ball down leg. And that's what he's been trying to do. Attack the leg stump, try and get some turn from the leg stump towards the middle. A little more drift down leg and you'll be punished. This time a much better line.
Yeah, the slower he bowls, the better, I think, especially if he wants to turn the ball. If you dart it in, the chances of ball turning or gripping off the surface, not that much. So you have to, at least on a few occasions, if not all, try to slow or flight the ball in the air. That's what Lalit has done well so far. Gave away just 3 runs in his 2 overs. Rather, in this over, just 3 runs. After 18 overs, USA are 66 for 2.
Sandeep Lamichhane will continue. Slip in position for him. The attacking mindset is great. Runs will come in. A single this time. Nepal are looking for wickets. And they will be looking to try and break this partnership as soon as they can. Can't afford to let Smith Patel get away with this. He has an appetite for runs. Smith loves scoring those big ones. 152 not out his highest. Slip still in position. The skipper trusts the skill of Sandeep Lamichhane. The idea to continue with slip is to not just support your bowler but also to tell the batter that we are in the attack mode. We're not letting you loose. We're not giving you room to go out and play the way you wish to play. Straight down the track. A single. There's a quick chat between Arif and Sandeep Lamichhane. Mohammad Arif standing in the slips. He came running down, spoke to Sandeep and sprinted back. Wonder what that conversation was all about. Sometimes it's a tactical conversation, and sometimes it's just about, hey, let's just play a bluff and confuse the batter. Dot ball to end the over. 19 gone. It's 70 for 2. Lalit Rajbanshi. He'll continue from the far end. No slip for him though. And rightly so, because hasn't really been able to extract turn out of the surface. 70 for 2 in 19.1. But as a spinner, I would always love to see a spinner having a slip. If nothing else, there is at least an illusion in the mind of the batter that the ball might turn.
Yes, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea, but I also feel that because it's Smith Patel on strike, who's now well set on 36, he's almost played 10 overs, so he's got a good idea of the conditions and he knows that the ball's not turning much, so they would rather have that fielder on the offside and try and put some pressure in the form of dot balls, and maybe that's why the slip has been taken off, not giving him that easy single that he is always looking for. He'll want to bat through now. He'll want to bat as deep as possible for USA, and if he does that, we know that he can bat through, because his highest score, 152, is when he was not out. He played through the innings, so he has that ability to do just that, and he'll be looking to replicate that today against Nepal.
USA have done well in this edition of the League 2. Opening the face of the bat, trying to guide it, but can't beyond Sandeep Lamichhane. sitting at number 2 position, almost assured of the next stage, the qualifier stage. Darting onto the leg stump now. These are comfortable singles. Very, very easy. 20 overs gone. USA 72 for 2. Sandeep Lamichhane from the pavilion end. Pulling the length back, aerially played, and the ball has gone many a miles. The first maximum of the day as USA, they definitely know a thing or two about punishing a bad ball, and that definitely a rank bad one. There you go. A half tracker. Good transfer of weight. That will make amends really quick. Sandeep did bowl a shorter one in that previous delivery, which was not punished, but this time the batter is not being too kind. Again trying to bowl a slightly shorter delivery. Did get some support at the square leg. Just a single.
A good start to the over. And now they'll have all the freedom in the world to not try something extraordinary. Just look to rotate strike. A slip in place now for Sandeep, who does bowl those wrist spinners that turn away from the right-hander, and that's why it warrants a slip. So good captaincy from Rohit Paudel. He's been a wonderful leader of the pack for Nepal. Has brought a lot of success for his side and continues to do so.
Punching it down straight. Runs have come in. 8 runs in this over, courtesy of that big 6. So don't need to do anything silly. Sandeep is still looking for that ball to turn. Slightly short this time. And the fielder cannot do anything but just watch the ball go past the boundary line. A 4 to end the over. 21 overs gone. It's 84 for 2. Lalit Rajbanshi to continue. Coming into bowler's 4th over. Just 9 runs so far in his 3 overs. Has been really tight in his lines. Using his feet this time, Smith Patel. But not successfully though.
Yeah, looking for that early boundary in the over. That's what they did against Sandeep as well. Got that 6, and now that 4 on the last ball of the over. We could see that placement was so good in front of square. Brings out the sweep again, Smith. This time there's protection in the deep, so will only be a single. And this partnership again brewing just at the right time for USA. So we can see that there is a tussle. There's a fight between bat and ball, as the intensity is consistent all throughout this game from the Nepali bowlers as well. Looking for a wicket on a regular basis. That's excellent running again. A throw from Karan Casey, but they complete the single without much damage.
Yeah, the idea is to not keep the scoreboard stale. Keep it ticking, keep it moving, keep the scorers busy. If not the boundaries, get your singles, get your doubles in. Lalit. Using his feet this time, Smith doesn't really reach the length of the ball. Will be a dot ball. I just hope that in the hunt for a boundary every over, Smith doesn't lose what he's already gained, and that is the confidence of playing on the surface. The ease with which he's playing here, I haven't seen anyone else have that kind of seamless presence on the surface so far.
And I think that has to do a lot with the fact that he's been able to negotiate the early morning pressure and the conditions well. He's been technically very sound. He's not afraid to block the ball when it's needed. And I think mentally he's very tough, and that shows in his performance here today. He's got 39 of 63 and he continues to build on that. 22 overs bowled. USA are 86 for 2.
Change in bowling for Nepal as Sandeep Lamichhane, after his 3 expensive overs, has been asked to stay back. Arif Sheikh will come into bowl. That over was extremely expensive, that last over Sandeep that he bowled. A 6 to start with, a 4 to end with. The seamers have been able to do a lot better as compared to the spinners on this surface. But mind you, as the day progresses, the surface loses its moisture, starts getting a little dry, the ball starts getting a little softer. The spinners will come into play. Swing and a miss there.
And Nepal are looking for wickets, and that's why you can see that they've decided to quickly move on from the spinners and bring Arif Sheikh back into the attack. We might see Gulshan Jha back into the attack as well. He gave away 13 runs, if I'm not wrong, in 2 overs. So he might be brought back into the attack, as this traditionally we've seen, Neil, that this wicket does provide some assistance to the fast bowlers, not so much for the spinners. This one's a little too straight from Arif Sheikh, and he'll have to reload that again. So yeah, I think the fast bowlers will hold the key in this game, not only for Nepal but for US as well.
And that's why Rohit has quickly made that change. Not really continuing and giving that free ride to the US batters, with spinners coming into play ineffectively. 88 for 2 in 22.3. But what is going to be interesting is to see, once the ball gets slightly older, how do the Nepal seamers then come back tactically? Because While the ball is new and shiny, the surface had a little bit of moisture. Early morning, the ball did a bit. Slowly and steadily, the Nepal bowlers will then have to rely on a line, a length, which will be challenging to the batters instead of trying to bowl with the same plan that they started off earlier today. Arif Sheikh trying to pull the length back this time. You get a single.
Yeah, the fast bowlers will have to, again, during the death overs, I'm sure they'll have their plans chalked out. Can't give away too many runs in that passage of play. But if USA, if they have wickets in hand, which they are planning to approach with that aspect, to just have wickets in hand in the last 15 overs, they'll definitely look to then tee off. So Nepal will have to be very cautious in the next 10-12 overs. They'll have to break this partnership, and they'll have to do that quickly. Smith Patel is on 40, Saitej on 23, scoring at a brisk pace as the 23rd over comes to an end. USA are 90 for 2.